What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel here. I am Tyson Honecker from Emit1, and today we are going to be reviewing the Super Mario Brothers movie. I've been anticipating this movie for a very long time, ever since we got our first look at it, and I will say I was blown away by the animation. However, the movie as a whole didn't quite work for me. But let's get into the characters right now and the voices that play them. So Mario, is voiced by Chris Pratt. Donkey Kong, Seth Rogen. We got Toad as Keegan-Michael Key. Peach, Anya Taylor-Joy. And Charlie Day is Luigi. So we have a good voice cast in here. Bowser, of course, is Jack Black. Phenomenal. Jack Black, to me, and Keegan-Michael Key as Toad are my favorites in this movie. I knew that Keegan-Michael Key was Toad, but that whole entire movie, it did not sound like him at all. And I was amazed by the performance that he gave, because with all the other actors, I could tell it was their voice, but Anya Taylor-Joy did a great job as Peach as well. But yeah, I don't know, Toad, Keegan-Michael Key just was the standout for me in this movie. I wish he was given a little bit more screen time, because he was just a funny character, for sure. And one of my favorite characters to play in the games. But I thought he was brilliant, and I'm super excited to see him come back, because I think there will be a sequel or another movie along the lines to this film. But let's get into this film as kind of break it down here. The story is probably the weakest point for me. That's probably why I didn't like this one as much. Which is fine for the movie that it is. When you walk into this movie, it's not really a critic movie. It is made for kids. And kids are going to enjoy this movie. This movie is going to be very successful. And I'm glad it's going to be successful, because the one in 1993, not so successful. One of the worst movies ever made, probably. So this film definitely will give Nintendo, I think, the strength to continue to let Universal and Illumination make some more of these movies. Hopefully we get a Zelda movie. I would love to see that. But overall, the story here, it's not really anything new, and it's kind of lackluster for me. I was watching the movie, and I was like, oh, okay, that's how it's going to go. Okay, it kind of feels rushed here. I wish we kind of got more time here. I wish we could see some of these characters that we didn't. For example, Yoshi is my favorite character to play. I didn't see him at all in this movie. So that kind of sucked. I get it, but it sucked. Mario, Chris Pratt, I think did a good job here. I really do love the brother relationship between Mario and Luigi. I think that's really strong. Very emotional at times too, especially with the family, not being accepted and feeling like a loser, and kind of having their comeback story and finding the confidence within themselves. I thought was actually done really well here. Now we get to Peach. I thought Peach was phenomenal in this movie. And I thought Peach was phenomenal in this movie. It was great. Bowser was a great villain here, of course. Jack Black playing him, we find out, he has some romantic feelings for Peach, and he gets to use his talents to sing in this movie, which is pretty funny. It's a pretty good way to go about with this character when you have Jack Black playing him. But yeah, overall, I would say, it was an hour and 30 minutes, which felt like an appropriate runtime for this movie. Because obviously it's made for kids, so it's got to be shorter to keep the attention span there. If we were to extend it to like an hour 45, just a little bit to give some more time to some characters or storylines, because I did feel like this movie just kind of rushed everything along, when that was a negative for me. It definitely took me out of the movie, because I just felt like something wasn't right over here. But then in the next scene, it was totally fine, and it continued playing him. And for a kids movie, I guess that's okay. But I want to look at a kids movie like Pixar or Disney Animation. I don't look at those like kids movies, because the story works for me. And, that's something I think maybe they can improve on with the sequel or with another movie that Nintendo does with Illumination. So, for me, overall, I'm going to give this movie a 5 out of 10. Not like the worst film. In the worlds of like, is it going to be a thumbs up or a thumbs down? I would still give it a thumbs up. But it just didn't do what I wanted it to do for me. I wasn't really excited walking out of the movie. I was disappointed. I think kids are going to love it, though. And, hey, that's who it's made for at the end of the day. So it's a success there. So I'm very glad that kids are going to love it. The theater I went to had a lot of kids. And they were laughing the whole time and enjoying it. So that is great. That's what this movie is made for. And, you know, a lot of nostalgic from the game. I mean, it was phenomenal. I mean, I'm not like the biggest Nintendo player, but the game I play the most is Mario Kart, and I love Mario Kart. It's great, and we do get to see that in here. We get to see the Rainbow Road, and that was amazing. We see that in the trailer, so that of course put a smile on my face, and that was great to see. But yeah, so let me know your thoughts down below. There were a lot of Easter eggs in this trailer or in this movie. Did you catch them all? And what did you think of the movie overall? Did it work for you? Did it give you that nostalgia factor? So let me know all that and more down below. And like I said, we are on the road here to 1,000 subscribers. And I would love to have you guys along for that journey as we do movie trailer reactions and movie reviews. And we cover movie news. We cover it all here on Amit1. So, that will do it for me on this video, guys. I'm Tyson Honaker. Until next time, I'll catch you on the next one.